Lunar Song, and then Sweet Marmalade. So shortest of those is Lunar Song, but the favourite's Primal Motion, of course, number 11, unbeaten from 2 runs at 3.10, and Drock Knock number 10 is a scratch.
Just another 20 cents late. Romar Dale doubled its opening quotas, just come in $1 late. But Lunar Song's the best back runner. Happy Ways has had some specking, and then we go out to Sweet Marmalade. They're going to ride Ice Gold for speed. You can expect her to burn the gate and just go straight to the lead. Here's Lunar Song being led up for Hugh Bowman. That will leave Mimsicle, who had that seasonal complaint, on the quick back up after failing last start. And the speedy Ice Gold to move in. Primal Motion in all the calls in the ring is eased. Lunar Song, Mimsicle have been pretty well supported with Romar Dale, Happy Ways. Lunar Song, one of the best back runners. Now the starter has a line. They're set for the Guineas. All ready. They stand as one. Gates are back. Lunar Song, Surprise Packet, slow to get going. Primal Motion, fast out. Mimsicle began brilliantly, and Little Ice Gold, the stablemate, is scorching across. And Ice Gold is going to burn to the lead by 2 lengths on Mimsicle, fired up on the outside of Primal Motion. Speed good early. Lunar Song's rushed up to be 4th. They were followed on the fence by Akram. Well back is Sweet Marmalade, Happy Ways. Romar Dale is back 3rd last from Surprise Packet, and Carry the King last of all at the 700. Ice Gold given a breather. Mimsicle's rushed up to join her now. 1 away behind them, Primal Motion. Brown's off the rail. Lunar Song is jogging behind those. He's yet to come to the outside. They were followed on the fence by Akram. 1 further back, Sweet Marmalade, then Happy Ways on the rail from Romar Dale as they sprint for home. 2nd last as they come around the home corner is Surprise Packet from Carry the King. Their guns are coming with their runs now. Primal Motion's under pressure, chasing Ice Gold. Mimsicle 3 wide, and Lunar Song is zooming in. To the outside, Sweet Marmalade's coming with a good run. Lunar Song moved up to Primal Motion and raced to the front. Sweet Marmalade's a bit of a threat. Lunar Song, Bowman goes for home. Sweet Marmalade pegs her back. She's got her. Sweet Marmalade hit the lead from Lunar Song and Sweet Marmalade. Zach Purton won the Guineas from Lunar Song and Happy Ways. Then Mimsicle in front of Primal Motion for 4th from Carry the King, Romar Dale, Akram. A fair gap away to Ice Gold and Surprise Packet last. Number 8, Sweet Marmalade. Superbly executed ride by Zach Purton for Gary Portelli. Gary had 3 in the race. She jumped reasonably well. He tracked up. Lunar Song, after being tardy to go, quickly recovered to take her position. The big long striding filly quickly raced up as they turned for home, and she had the favourite Primal Motion covered. But no sooner had she raced to the front than Sweet Marmalade, the Marweena filly, has come with a great run. She's pounced upon Lunar Song at the 100 metres mark and has drawn clear hands and heels, and in the end a pretty soft victory. Lunar Song has run 2nd, ridden by Hugh Bowman. Happy Ways, Larry Cassidy 3rd, and 4th going to Primal Motion. 8, 6, 5, 11 and 2 with Mimsicle 5th, and Romar Dale back in 6th spot. Time is 1:11:07. 1:11:07 is the time recorded, and 35 and 92 for the last 6. Winner scored by 3/4 of a length, with a margin of a length between 2nd and 3rd. Here's the tote dividends. The winner, number 8, and that's Sweet Marmalade, $9.52.50. 6 Lunar Song, $1.80. 5 Happy Ways, $2.20. Exacta, $76.40. Quinella, $31.70. Trifecta, $305.40. The double special dividend has paid $9.60. $9.60. And Sweet Marmalade by Marweena. What a great stallion he has been. He probably hasn't had the group performers of all the other noted stallions around Australia, but for sheer bread and butter consistent money getters, there's none better than Marweena, and his filly Sweet Marmalade has raced home to take the first prize of some $48,750.
Of the Gold Cup, only about 8 minutes away. There's the first one to make its way into the enclosure, number 2, Stowaway, a 7-year-old. Last start run 3rd at Randwick, back on the 18th of the 10th. Expected to go pretty good here. Number 3 is Ashworth. It's a 4-year-old. It's been racing up in Sydney, then went down to Flemington for its last start on the 8th of November. Raced midfield and expected to go quite strongly here as well. In fact, It's just outside the top 8 in betting as you take a look at the top 8. Number 4, Back in Dubai. It won a start at Randwick back on the 7th of the 6th. It's been a while since it showed form, but it's only had 2 runs since. They've both been at Rose Hill. There's a strong hope for this one. Across to number 6. Yeah, just making its way around the paddock at the moment. Full of magic. It's been up and down. It's been racing midfield in its last couple of starts and hasn't shown a great deal, but could improve for this one. Number 8, Kept Gun, looking rather healthy in the field. Run 6 on its last start at Hawkesbury. It's been racing mostly at Hawkesbury. Did have a run at Rose Hill 3 starts ago. Number 9, Live in Fear. It won a start at Newcastle. That was over 1,500 on the 8th of the 11th 03. So only last month it put in a good performance. Was pretty poor, run 13th at Rose Hill on the 25th of the 10th, but bounced back good in provincial company. Number 10, Lord of Lords. We're going to catch up with the jockey of this horse in a few moments' time. It did win at Randwick on the 4th of November. That was over 1,400. And run 3rd on its last start as well. Number 11, On a High, the favourite at $4.80, 5-year-old. Last 3 starts ago, in fact, at Rose Hill, it run 2nd over 1,400. Run at Hawkesbury on the 6th of November was over 1,300 and run 3rd. Went back to Rose Hill and was caught near the rear during the running of that race. Number 12, Race the Ace, run 2nd at Gosford over 1,600. That was only a couple of weeks ago on the 27th of November. $4.80 now for On a High, the favourite, $5.30 for number 2. Now, number 13, as we continue down the field, Scenic Boom is a 6-year-old, and it won a start at Randwick on the 22nd of November, over 1,600. Raced near the front on that occasion, run home strongly to beat Sunshine Sam. Number 14 is also in the betting. To cast, it's at $6.30. There it is on screen at the moment. Nice coloured horse, looking nice and muscular out there in the mounting yard. Won at Canterbury on the 22nd of the 10th, over 1,500 with Corey Brown on board. Same jockey who's riding here this afternoon on to cast. So he's just up to a mount up on number 15, Vital Agreement. It won at Rose Hill on the 11th of October, in fact, over 1,500. Run a 2nd on the 1st of November at Rose Hill over 1,500. And also run at Rose Hill on the 15th of November. And on that occasion, it ran 5th. Well, let's head out to Hawkesbury now for the running of race 8 and catch up with Ron Dufficy for all the late mail on the 8th.
The Group 3 Panthers Hawkesbury Gold Cup coming up, and what a great race we have. The numbers 11 to 12. 3. Look, there's a lot of confidence around about this horse, number 11 On a High. He's been heavily...
The Panthers Hawkesbury Gold Cup for 2003. Lights are on. Gates are back. Tackass, Vital Agreement, Fast Away, Live in Fear, Ashworth, Full on Magic, and Stowaway the Grey came out very quickly. It's Full on Magic going to the front, surging to the lead from Stowaway. Ashworth is handy. On a High's going up to be 4th. Lord of Lords 5th on the fence. 3/4 Live in Fear from Carp Gun. Vital Agreement 3 out and going up centre field. 2 lengths away, Tackass, then Curator's Storm. Getting well back is Race the Ace. Inside of him, Scenic Boom, and a length away is Back in Dubai. At the 1,100 metres mark, and Rod Quinn has Full on Magic in front. He slows them up. Leads Ashworth 3/4. Stanley able to get across cheaply to sit outside the speed. 2 to Lord of Lords. Stowaway a handy 4th. 2 On a High in his tracks. On the rail, Live in Fear. Tackass around Carp Gun. Although Vital Agreement just slipped past him, and Tackass is a little wide now as Scenic Boom kicks up inside of him 4th last. Curator Storm on the rail from Back in Dubai, and Race the Ace. At the 700 metres mark, and the Panthers Gold Cup, and the leader is Full on Magic. He leads by a length on Ashworth. Lord of Lords has had a great run. Price has given him a charm run on the fence. Stowaway being put under pressure to improve. Here comes Cassidy on Full on Magic. He peels 3 wide, 3 from the speed. He lums with his run very quick. quickly. They were followed by Vital Agreement getting onto his back from Live in Fear. Takass and Back in Dubai as they turn for home. Full on Magic with a kick on the corner. Lord of Lords trying to get a run in the centre. He was disappointed as Stowaway went after him. On a High is coming with a big run, and so too Vital Agreement and Takass. It's On a High and Stowaway fighting it out. On a High's got his head in front. Stowaway comes back and Takass and Vital Agreement fly. Stowaway in front, won the cup. The Greys got it. Stowaway for Chris Muntz from either Takass or Vital Agreement. They got very tight near home. On a High fourth, Live in Fear and Lord of Lords next. They were followed by Race the Ace, Back in Dubai, Curator Storm. A fair way back, pulling up smartly is Ashworth. Full on Magic, then came near the tail, Scenic Boom and Carp Gun. Stowaway, he was joined and almost headed by On a High, then Takass and Vital Agreement all had a shot at him, but the grey has found for Chris Muntz to give Chris his first victory in this feature Group 3 race, the Panthers Hawkesbury Gold Cup, and Gay Waterhouse also the first time that the First Lady of Racing has won the cup. Her dad, the last time winning it with King's Ideal and Miracle Mal Johnston back in 1981. Number 2 is in the frame, a photo second and third between Vital Agreement and Takass. Takass, Vital Agreement. On a High will be fourth. The time is 1:37.53. 1:37.53. Chris gave him a lovely ride. He had him out of the gate quickly. He was able to get off the inside and sit up in a prime position. And then the grey has shown all of his fighting customary resilience in the home straight as the lightning claps with the thunder in the backdrop. We stand by for second and third. Takass, the deepest runner with Vital Agreement. They came after them. On a High failed to run the 1600. He loomed up to win, but he couldn't get there. He's battled in fourth position. They're home 35 and 4 to a photo. 35-4-0. It's 2 and a photo. After the running of the Panthers Hawkesbury Gold Cup, and Stowaway only lightly raced. He's only had 36 outings. A great run at the Group 1 Epsom handicap behind Clang-a-Lang. And at a distance that he has excelled at in the past, 5 runs and 4 wins at the metric mile of 1,600 metres. Now the judge is having a difficult time working out second and third between Takass and Vital Agreement. They were so wide out on the track. I can tell you On a High will be fourth. 35-4 the last 600 metres. And here he is, Chris Muntz, coming back. Chris has won most of the big feature races all over Australia, and now he's won the Group 3 Panthers Hawkesbury Gold Cup. Dashing ride. Had him in a beautiful spot all the way, and the grey has responded. Give him a hand, folks, as he comes back. Chris Muntz and Stowaway for Gay Waterhouse, the First Lady, of course, overseas on holidays, but I'm sure she would have had a phone call, maybe listening into the call. And this old grey horse, who looked $1 million in the mounting yard, has raced right up to his good trial and his great record at the 1600. Now the judge is unable to semaphore second and third, suggesting it's awfully tight. There might even be a problem. They were so wide out on the track. We'll stand by for that. As I mentioned, the time 1:37.53. Others in the race, Ashworth got up there pretty cheaply, but he wasn't good enough. Back in Dubai was always well back. Full on Magic gave in the straight. Lord of Lords had a nice run behind them, but he couldn't get through. It's a dead heat second. It's a dead heat between Takass and Vital Agreement for second. A dead heat 14 and 15. And number 11, On a High, has finished back in fourth spot. So 2, 14, 15 have dead heated, 14, 15 for second. And number 11 has finished in fourth spot. Other details to come through. Grant, we've got a big storm coming, as I heard you, with the weather forecast from Bathurst, from the Orange District. You can see it over the valley at the Kurrajong area starting to close in. We've had lightning either side of the track. We've had huge claps of thunder, but luckily we've been able to run the feature race. We've got 2 more to go, and we'll be back with other details after the running of this year's Cup.
Yeah, Terry, just looking at the radar a few moments ago, it looks to be just to the north of you at the moment. Hopefully it does miss, because there's a lot of heavy rain in that, so we'll keep our eyes on the situation. And Stowaway taking the win, as you said, 2, 14 and 15, 14 and 15 dead heating there after the running of the Panthers Hawkesbury Gold Cup for 2000 at Warwick Farm, but should be stronger for this one. Architrave at $4.70 is the favourite. Keep the Faith at $4.80, equal with Garfish at this stage. Let's head back.
Quite as a kitten and stand there, but this bloke was just a little touchy going onto the track after that little incident. It stirred him up just a little bit. Prince Blair, the late scratching, they couldn't get the rider up. He was in a real cranky mood and took no part in any of the proceedings, and he was a late scratching. Now they're moving in. Here's Conquest coming up. Jay Ford shooting for 4 winners. Sort of field day here. And that sun is peeping through. We had the presentation downstairs and we were able to get through with just a bit of rain. And then it quickly lifted. Those storms coming from the orange Bathurst region. It's been very threatening. We've had lightning since earlier today. I'd say at about 12:30 I noted a few bits of lightning just out towards the Castle Hill region, heading out that way. And then from the mountains up there at Kurrajong, there's been lightning, there's been thunder. It's been off and on all day, but we've survived. Now, the last few moving in, looks like Architrave over there. Is the farrier attending to him? Yes, he is, by the looks of it. Architrave is getting a bit of a farrier attention. He's at $4.40, keeping the faith at $4.90. Garfish has been well supported at $6. Red Marauder, $7.80. Enabler is quietly, strongly fancied here on track at $8.10. And number 3 is at action at $8.30. Got to give a huge rap to the new course curator, Justin Laney. Justin has been in charge of proceedings. This track is the best I've seen it in the 5.5 years I've been coming to Hawkesbury. The track really, they've had a lot of rain, and the track has held up pretty well. And leading into this big meeting, the track has been in great order. So well done to young Justin for the job that he has been able to do with this course proper. At action, Red Marauder, Fate Champertray stand well, and we're ready for action. The Hawkesbury Rendezvous final for Panthers. Oh, there's one rearing right up in the air. Myala Star it could be. He's gone off in the gate. Rider ducks for cover. And the horse, when he reared up, he really lost control. He panicked and tried to climb the adjacent stall. The rider, Grant Buckley, I think it is out the back. No, it's Pat Ferris. Pat's okay. He's out the back. Myala Star, he'll have to be withdrawn from the gate. Number 10, he's at around $33. The blinker's back on today. Now, I don't know whether he's become strung up in the gate or what's happened. So we're going to have to wait for word there. This will be the stewards online. Yes, Mark? Yes? A late scratching. Thank you. So it's out. Myala Star's out. Myala Star is a late scratching. That is number 10. A late scratching along with Prince Blair. They were both outsiders. More so Myala Star. Started Dale Jeffs out back of the gate. He's going around to do an inspection. Now they've just got to get the horse. They've got to free him from the machine. The other runners are standing up well. It's been a funny old day. We've had a few seasons all in one here. Off to headquarters at Roundwick. Good program of racing coming up on Saturday. 9 on the card. First 12:30. The last at 10 minutes to 6 at Royal Randwick. That Kensington track held up fairly well there yesterday for their card of racing as well. It's improved with every meeting. Now Myala Star is getting attention. They're trying to free him from the gate. He's become cast. Now the runners stand well. Fate Champertray's come back in good order. She's had 3 runs back from a long spell. She ran a great race to Run Just Run when they went a track record. Broadcast. I thought so, Mark. Okay. No worries. Thanks, Mark. So they're going to lead Myala Star through the front of the gate. They can't get it out the back door. They're going the front door now. Attendant standing out front. It's always a worrying time when you see someone standing out in front of a horse that's in a barrier that could explode out of the gate at any stage, but they're well versed in handling these big animals. They stand up pretty well. Just waiting for Myala Star to be released. There he is. He's got his head through. He's all the way through. They've got the long rein on him. So Myala Star is out of the gate. They've got to close that gate, which the attendants are doing now. Started Dale Jeffs directing the traffic. And the Rendezvous Series final is about to get underway. We're just about ready. Starter is on his way to the platform. Garfish stands up well. Conquiz, Architrave 440, 460 keeping the faith. Ready and racing. Fate Champertray jumped fast. Enabler was away well, but Architrave began quickly and so did Conquiz, and it's going to be Conquiz taking the lead. Architrave sits up second. Red Marauder going forward from Enabler. And there's Mooktanis breaking out of the ruck. After a few hundred metres and going to the lead, Conquest, 3/4 Mooktanis. On the fence behind them is Architrave. He's third. Red Marauder fourth. Z Action's 3 wide fifth. Enabler 4 deep and in 6th spot. They were followed behind those keeping the faith. He's back in the ruck today. Garfish inside of him. Fate Champertray after the good start. Second last and No Tracks brought up the rear. Coming down the side, Conquest getting a breather at the 800. Led 3/4 Mooktanis. Enabler's had no luck. He's moving up 3 deep. Now 4 wide. Z Action pushing up to keep him right off the track. Behind those is Architrave. He's just sweating on a run. Bowman as they come towards the bend. He looks to be travelling fair enough. Fate Champertray starting its run. Garfish is pinching runs on the fence. Red Marauders dropped the bit. Keeping the Fates buried away on the rail. Last with No Tracks. They've bunched right up on the bend. 400 out. Conquest in front. Garfish has got the best run you've ever seen. He's got off the rail and he's quickly raced to the front on the turn. To the outside, Fate Champertray and No Tracks keeping the Fates out. Architrave's running on fairly. Garfish at the 200 headed by Fate Champertray. Fate Champertray hit the front from Garfish. No Tracks is the challenger. No Tracks coming at Fate Champertray and Garfish. No Tracks, Fate Champertray. Fate Champertray in front. Hangs on. Fate Champertray's just won it from No Tracks and Garfish. Architrave fourth, keeping the faith next. They were followed by Z Action behind those. Then came Enabler. Well back would have been Mooktanis, Red Marauder. And last of all is Conquest. Z Action up in front of him if I didn't call him. Fate Champertray will be the winner. We stand by for the numbers. The mare racing to the front for Danny Beasley. And she has given plenty. And has been able to win the Rendezvous final. Getting out to quite a good price in the end. Her form, as I was half mentioning prior to the race, had been very good this prep. Except for the blemish last time out on the slow behind Sunday's service. And that was probably just a little query. No Tracks loomed up. John McNair has had such great success at this track in the past. She just couldn't bridge the gap by the looks of it. And Garfish will finish back in third as we stand by for the numbers. 5-year-old bay mare by Picnicker, a stallion we don't know a great deal about. Out of Celestial Spirit, trained by Darren Wallace at Hawkesbury. As I mentioned during the day, the Hawkesbury trainers have been to the fore on their major day of racing. And it's great to see a young bloke like Darren getting the success, or not so much a young bloke, but...
Sixth, the Michaels.